everybody. Clearing. Okay, so I'm doing my pre-shuffle and I have like 5 decks of cards here. I've never kind of done this style before, but we're going to do one pile for the masculines, one for the feminines, and we're going to ask, what does that mean? What do the two energies mean? So I'm going to do, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? What do they want? What actions are being taken? We're going to do all of that. And then we're going to ask, what does it mean for the relationship that each are thinking that? Then we're going to get advice, and then we're going to get what will happen. So this is an interesting reading. Let's see how this format goes. It's a new spread that I was guided to tap into today. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see regarding the divine masculines, the divine feminines, what their alchemical energies mean right now for the unions, for the paths, purpose, lives, connections? What is the advice and what will happen on the current timelines? Okay, we're going to do, what does it mean? What do these energies mean? How can we translate the alchemy of the two? What energetic awareness or advice can be seen for both? Oh wow, we're getting some things falling out in the way that I need to take it. We just got Temple of the Moon Goddess, emotional transparency, nurturance and grace, and lunar progressor, emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment. So there's a lot of balance that can be voiced and heard now. I believe that is partly to do with the Mars-Venus conjunction and having the sacred safety now within connections to just own our feelings, speak about them without fear, without, you know, putting it on the other person. The codependency is going. So now we're having this speaking from first person, not putting it on another, and being able to really come at connection in wholeness from each side like that. Okay, and oh goodness me, I just shuffled that deck again. Nothing happens by mistake. No coincidences. Okay, for the what will happen, one more deck to shuffle. What will happen? I will eventually shuffle the decks. Guaranteed. We're so close to having the decks shuffled. Okay. All right, let's see if I can remember this. So for the masculines, we are getting Queen of Wands in the reverse. For the feminines, we are getting King of Cups in the reverse. So this is the sensual, beautiful, sexy queen in the reverse. So divine masculines are seeing that you have the potential to be this for them. I just heard, but you're not theirs. Divine feminines, you're seeing your divine masculine as emotionally volatile, emotionally pent up, possibly going through something where those floodgates are being released, or you know the dam's gotta break at some point because they have been so emotionally closed off. Oh, getting a phone call. So you might expect communication at any time randomly, because this motion to open up the emotions has been released. Interesting. Let's see, what does this mean for the counterparts? Two of Wands. So that's twin flame energy, stepping out of comfort zone. So divine masculines, you're seeing that your divine feminine is not in your life, and divine feminines, you're seeing that your divine masculine hasn't really opened up their emotions. There is this sense that there's going to need to be stepping out of this known way of relating and an expansion here. What is the advice? Whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. Dare to dream what that would be like. Envision it. Envision, divine masculines, that you can access your divine feminine, and that this can be your lover, and that you can have this incredible dynamic counterpart. Divine masculine or divine feminines, dare to believe and envision what that would look like if your divine masculine opened up emotionally. What will happen? Divine guidance. So you will be given the steps to realize those visions and to access that reality. You will be shown what you could do to facilitate open communication. You will be shown what to do to come closer to your feminine, being more of a dynamic, personal connection again, or for the first time, divine masculines. If you dare to envision it, that's like manifesting it, and you will be given the instruction. Ask and it is given. Ask and it is given. So once you can dream it, you can achieve it, or so the saying goes. All right, what are the divine masculines feeling on the heart space? 6 of Cups in the reverse. That's reunion energy. It could be inner child or consideration for children, but it can be also, feeling the distance, feeling that this divine feminine energy isn't front row and center in their lives, like it could be in divine feminine's 4 of Wands union in the reverse. So we got soulmate, twin flame. We got this energy of it not being in the upright for both. What does this mean? Patience. Okay, so this is the Hanged Man. So the universe has put all the twins in a gridlock. This has been for divine purpose. It has been so that we can take a good look at codependency templates and really see them for what they are without rushing in for a repeat of history. It's also to do with the calibration of the feminine and masculine polarities on the planet and the collective consciousness of humanity, which of course is also inclusive of twin flames. So everybody's raising in consciousness, and these things are on hold right now so that there can be another layer of the desire, of the instruction, of the knowing, so that people want it more and will appreciate when it comes. I just heard, what should the twins take as advice? The gate of returning. So things come back around. Soulmates, twin flames, doesn't matter what you call these, it will all come back around. It's not over. So entrance, death, rebirth, and passage. So it's necessary to recalibrate. Times apart are essential and important. What will happen? There are deep free will lessons to be gained. Personal accountability. This does unhook the codependency. This does allow for reality to be seen. When people are realists and show up with a spiritual and love-filled heart and also are realists, wow, that's magical. So seek to be grounded and practical and real, and also aligned with love. And you can do no wrong, I just heard. Okay, what are the masculines wishing for? Oh, the Queen of Swords, clarity, grace, timing, tact, communication, channeled information from the divine. Divine feminines are kind of wishing to walk away from the connections, and more importantly, anything that hasn't been emotionally fulfilling. What does this mean? Oh, King of Swords in the reverse. Both are deluded by something. Both aren't seeing the truth. So divine feminines, if you're walking away because you have felt rejected and it's an eye for an eye, don't do that. Divine masculines, if you're waiting until everything's perfect to communicate, that might be too much of a high standard in a controlling way. Let's see what the advice is. Subconscious awareness and Akashic information. I'm just hearing, like, the subconscious is a deepening. The Akashic information is a unilateral expansion. So you have more capacity, yes. And divine masculines, you have more capacity. Instead of waiting for perfect timing, you have capacity in the moment. Instead of walking away cold turkey, you have capacity to hold the door open. Divine feminines, there's more expansion. You can go deeper. You can tap into more potential. What will happen? Both twins need to align with more meditation, really come into the knowing, come into alignment. That means connect with source and ask for direction. Ask to be shown what your heart says is next. Don't just make stubborn decisions. What are the actions the masculines are taking? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, waiting on divine intervention, divine timing, a divine go-ahead. So be careful where it's your legalistic, stubborn viewpoint and where you're actually waiting for divine timing, because those are different. Divine feminines, you are holding up in single energy, in autonomous energy. This is the Empress before the partnership. So divine feminines, you're sitting pretty and you'll take your masculine connection or a soulmate or solo right now, and you're doing fine. I just heard ripe for the picking, divine masculines. So divine feminines, there is something about just wanting what is for you and being in receptivity. That has been an incredible big message lately. What does this mean for the counterparts? Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's not quite time for communication. I wanted to say that it's available, but no one's taking the other up on it. Just wait it out a tiny bit longer. What is the advice? Temple of elevated senses, impeccability, advancement, and loftiness. So yeah, we are getting close to those perfection templates. So divine masculines, you might be onto something there. But you could also be holding it back by being too ego-based with the stubborn. It's good to witness and to observe a potential in waiting, but also it's the fine line of knowing when to make that decision. Remember, it's about advancement, impeccability, more so than, proving you're right or stubborn energy. So just make sure that it's the appropriate one. Where are things going? Certain opinions are being released, but there is a need to come into more diplomacy. So again, letting go of legalistic, cut and dry, stubborn beliefs and softening. So whatever your deal breaker energy or assumptions or really steadfast boundaries are, question, is that fear or love causing you to think that way? And see if you can soften and expand your capacity just a little bit more. What's the biggest challenge for the masculines? Six of Wands, victory. Again, this is about coming home, coming back from the karmic battle, being successful, promising. This is sometimes a masculine riding in from war to promise a future with a feminine. So the biggest challenge is not feeling free to really go forward fully yet. Divine feminines, the biggest challenge is stepping out of the comfort zone, believing that your masculine is en route, or letting go completely and venturing out into the world to see what else is there for you, not being in waiting energy. Divine masculines are in waiting energy. So I just got clearly, divine feminines, if you don't want your masculine to be in waiting energy, don't be in waiting energy yourself. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Nudge, nudge, I mean. Queen of Coins in the reverse. So this is part of the karmic feminine energy. If you're in waiting, I'm going to reiterate, if you're in waiting, divine feminine, the soul connection with your masculine will be in waiting. So allow nurture in now. Be receptive now. Don't hold back your desire to experience love wherever the universe wants to bring that. Open to it. Allow abundance to come to you, and that even means with regard to love and connection with others, potentially. Take it slow, don't rush into anything, but allow love to come through another person. Allow intimacy to show up from somewhere other than your divine masculine, or at least be open to that. If your divine masculine isn't showing up, a lot are coming in right now. But if that's not the case, really look at your energy, and if it is the case, look at how you can expand or open more fully to that. What is the guidance? Compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. Yeah, clear the blockages of the heart, clear the unforgiveness, clear the judgment and ridicule, envy, fear, and allow the emotional awakening to inform you what is really there under the protection tactics and the guarded energy and the heart walls. Let that open and soften you. Where is the connection going? Oh, we got two, the Emperor and the Fool. So letting go of control issues so the new beginning can actually come in. There's another layer of just surrendering to what is and what is showing up in your reality, what is available, to the truth of the love, to the truth of love, and just letting go of all last remaining control and falling into love, into safety in oneself, in reality, in existence, in life. How good does that feel just to hear it, right? Live in that. What can we see for the solution for masculines? 8 of Cups, the card of returning. So, yeah, I mean, do it. Come back around into dropping control issue. Drop that idea that you're somehow needing to reach more of a potential, and start looking at where you're at, divine masculines. Take it out of the hypothetical and bring it into a reality check. Who have you become? You've been striving so much on this journey. Pull back the reins and say, is there some value in connection that doesn't have to be all or nothing? Can I compromise? Can I be a friend? You can. What are the feminine solution? Yeah. Get in touch with what you want right now, divine feminines, because you can have anything you want. What timelines, what connection, what direction do you want to manifest? You can have anything you want. I just heard you're fully realized. Now go for it. What does this mean for the twins? 6 of Coins in the reverse. Both are looking at equal give and take. The feminines, we just got some messages. The feminines are ready and receptive to love and wanting that, regardless if it's with who they think is their DM or not. Divine masculines, you can only hold up in not exchanging love for so long before you just surrender the ego and let love in. What is the instruction? Spiral of life, movement, opening, unfolding. Let it unfold naturally. Everybody, go with it, soften, allow it. Take the first step. The Moon. Subconscious stuff is going to be coming to light when we drop the resistance energetically. This doesn't mean taking bold actions right now. This is an inside job. It's an opening and a letting go of control issues within. Some of the subconscious truths will come to light that were driving the fear, that were driving the control issues, that were driving the stubborn energy. When you let go of those heart walls and the fear and you see what caused them to be there, no longer boogeyman energy. You're just okay because you've seen it, you've let it be, and now you're not projecting it and replaying it out in a karmic drama loop. You're just allowing it to be what has been, but you're not bringing it into the moment anymore, because it's not happening right now, unless we make it happen right now by running on that program. So when we see something, it loses its power as soon as we see it. Okay, what direction are the masculines going? Five of Cups, seeing the love in the histories, not keeping the wound open is what I heard, by grieving and lamenting and keeping the heart and mind separate. This is now seeing the love in all things and softening, giving the benefit of the doubt. Where are the feminines headed? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Divine Feminines, you are shedding another layer of the karmic feminine templates. And so yes, Divine Feminines, you can function with or without karmic feminine energy too. If you've been bothered by karmic partners or other options that your masculine has chosen, look at that deeply and see what that envy I'm hearing may have triggered or tipped you off to. Sometimes when we're triggered by something, it means we haven't looked at that in ourselves. So take a look at that and shed that energy. You know, I'm getting another mirroring. If you want to be seen as divine by your divine masculine and stand apart, cut out the games, cut out the faulty thinking, cut out the karmic feminine everything, and be love, so that your divine masculine counterpart can see the love. It's both. As the masculine see the love, you have an added safety to let go of things that are not love. There's an interesting thing that happens when we're not seen. You know, the class clown or the squeaky wheel stuff. That's what I'm getting here. Shed all of that. We're distilling down to the essence of true connection and genuine vision of each other. What does this mean? The moon. The moon queen. Oh, this is the Empress. Interesting. So this is the abundance becoming. We're starting to touch on it. Starting to see the truth of these connections mutually, humbly, realistically. There is more abundance in these connections than has been tapped. What is the instruction? Dimensional planes of perception number 9, universal understanding and objective observation. So step out of personalizing and keeping a tally and looking at these connections in personal wars or conflict or at odds, and really look at the big picture. Look at it on a societal level, a big picture, a human level, a dynamic level, and see what the solutions would be in that context. Depersonalize it and work it from a dynamic, energetic standpoint so that you can see how things play out objectively. Where are the connections going? Into the realm of the magician, manifestation. Let's end this with a message from each counterpart. So what do the masculines want to see manifest next in the connections from this open, abundant level? More free-spirited energy, more spontaneity, more freedom. So divine masculines, you've always been the advocates for not losing freedom. So embody that and manifest from that place of spontaneity that will not lead you astray. Feminines, what are you wishing to manifest going forward? Balance and releasing the fear, becoming the butterfly. So yes, keep releasing fear, keep coming into balance. This is something in your own right that needs to be done for union. And when you release the fear, you're not going to put that fear on your masculine, and your masculine's not going to fear the loss of freedom. Interesting stuff. Okay, much love everyone. Bye for now.